What? Ping him? What is the question?
Cold War, you know, all
But
the.
what's funny is the battle that Kellogg's and Post. It's the same battle that people are fighting with the Army. I loved all of that. I also loved when they went to the grocery store when Post and Kellogg's are racing to get their Pop-Tarts there. Did you notice one truck was a Ford, one was a Chevy?
No, I did not know.
Like, there was a lot of, like, little things in there.
Oh, there were. But what's funny is treating it as if it was the end of the world, the space.
Yes.
That's what was funny. And Khrushchev, that it was important to the Cuba, the Cold War, El Sucre, all that stuff. And the pacing, for a first-time director, I love that about it, that it just moved. You know, it just
make good directors, though.
He wants to talk about anti-white racism. Oh, that one chatter? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. The Daily Wire host defends using the anti-black racial slur in a friendly way. Walsh, no white person actually has any moral obligation to observe the insane, totally indefensible, ridiculous rule that decrees that this word is acceptable to be used in any and we didn't move on. We're back on this. I want to get to the good shit, though. This is like banter.
Burr directed this movie, Old Dads.
Yeah, I saw it. It was good. You're right.
I thought you were going to say I didn't think it was that good.
No, I didn't know you.
My heart just went down like that. I was like, oh, God, I just set myself up.
I actually didn't know you directed it.
I directed it because there was no one available. That's the only reason why I did it, because we were coming out of the pandemic. So all the directors that were going to shoot something in 2020, whenever the hell it was, they didn't shoot it because we were quarantined. And then they were like 2 projects behind. So they started pulling that, like, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. Don't you save that for your parties when you're wearing your smoking jacket? Factory where it's like,
okay, but
this is a good conversation if my cigar goes out, buddy.
Think of how many comics that is over 40 years. You know, it's not a common thing.
Yeah, but that's like a special thing.
There are timestamps in here. Where are the timestamps? What is this? It's literally just a racism factory now? Okay. Where are the timestamps? You already watched most of the good shit. 1 hour and 5 minutes. That's where he starts talking about Palestine.
Garrett.
We have to do Garrett. Garrett.
Brad Garrett.
Garrett, like Garrett. Yes, with an O.
So when he goes over there, they think his name's Brad Attic?
No. So anyway, Paul McCartney, he was with this.
Bill Bullocks.
Oh, here it is.
A number of the songs.
Dude, this is the most helpful fucking... Dude, there are heroes. There are unsung heroes out there. Can I just say... There is literally no greater hero on the internet than the guy who goes through and meticulously details with accurate timestamps the accurate fucking timestamps on a YouTube video.
So that's
okay. First, let's start about the cancel culture bit, and then we'll move on to 24-hour news commentary creates brain rot.
Well, that's
what's over. Cancel culture?
Yeah, no one cares anymore.
That's so not true. Either one of them could get canceled in the next 2 minutes.
No. For what?
For what?
You're not doing anything. It was just like you did this joke about, this group of people or that group of people, and I've decided to, I don't know. I feel like I'm going back 2 years of my life. Like I don't even think about it anymore. Nice ashtray, by the way.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
I've never known where I got anything. I probably should. Somebody gave this to me.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing they used to give you when you were tired after a while. The watch and an ashtray.
When you think
Martini shaker.
When you think about like how much, when you probably had similar upbringings. You treasured like almost every physical thing you had, even if it was a hand-me-down. Like you had just certain things in your little room. And then as you go through life, so much stuff, and you don't even know where you got all the stuff.
Well, you know what about that? What's great about that is there's no upgrade. And everything became like disposable. Like electric cars are like laptops. Like after a couple of years, like they're not worth anything because of like the technology, which doesn't even make sense. But like same thing with like a laptop, with phones, all of that stuff.
What do you drive?
What do I drive? I'm a truck guy. I got a Ford F-250 and I have an old F-100.
Really? Why?
The same reason, why does a guy drive a Ferrari down Sunset Strip and never take it to a racetrack? That's what he's into. My Ferraris, I always wanted a Ford F-250, 8-foot bed, regular cab.
Why? You
I love
hauling dirt?
Brakes, but like, I like driving. That's why I like cigars. I like going slow because my brain goes fast. And there's something about driving a truck. It's slow. It slows me down. And I
Defend him? What do you mean? I love trucks. What the fuck are you talking about? I literally love trucks. I want to get the F100 Concept Edition, the electric. You guys know this about me, I thought. Like, have you guys ever seen the F100 electric concept? I love that car. I love trucks. I think Toyota Hiluxes are the greatest invention of all time on 4 wheels. Okay, I love 4Runners, which is not really a truck, I guess, but it's still technically a ute. The Ford 100 to the Ford F-150 Lightning is decent, but nowhere near as sick as the Ford F-100 Illuminator. Here it is. It's only a concept vehicle, unfortunately. Wait, what? With new EV crate motor, customers can now buy? Wait, you can buy this? I thought this was not on sale. Okay, I know what my next car is. I was thinking about the G-Wagon. I was thinking about the electric G-Wagon. Customers can buy the crate motor, not the truck. Oh, okay. I was legitimately thinking about the G-Wagon, the electric one, for my next vehicle, considering that my... After watching videos of it doing a G-turn over and over again, I got like kind of convinced that it's pretty sick. But I was talking to my friends who are very knowledgeable on Mercedes-Benzes because they used to sell them back in the day. And they were saying that the electrical work on a lot of the Mercedes electric vehicles, like the actual wiring or whatever the fuck, like it sometimes has a capacity to fail. But anyway,
You like driving?
I love it.
Me too. I would hate to be at that stage, or for whatever reason, where I had to be driven everywhere. You know, I mean, sometimes you do, like when we're on the road, probably get
okay, that was
picked up by
brief. That
somebody
cancel
while you're
culture
not driving
conversation was
yourself in
brief.
Cincinnati.
Right.
But there's something, and I see these electric cars now next to me on the highway. That, I mean, not like self-change place.
I feel like people that watch 24-hour news networks get institutionalized to blame colors of ties rather than the corporations behind them. And they will just sit there convinced that, you know, Trump is the worst thing that happened to this country or Biden is the worst thing that happened to this country. And it's just like, you know, you might want to just kind of push through that veil a little bit further.
Yeah.
And so I kind of have this thing, like when I get around like the 24-hour news zombies, I just, Jesus Christ, was that Geritol? Nobody under the age of 50 got that one. Remember that? I was on the Lawrence Welk show. He used to
Right.
peddle the Geritol.
To my point, the 25-year-old is watching this going, look at these two old guys. They're not going, oh, the guy with the cigar is obviously 13 years younger.
I know, but you have to go all the way down to 25 to appear my age.
Well, I don't.
You can see. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. You can just see the way we dress. We're not different people. This is like, you know, you come from, you know, the slacks generation. Like slacks were still a thing.
These are not
No, but slacks were a thing.
No, I look good. That's the difference. Is that you were
do
wearing?
look good.
You're wearing
You're not gonna
sneakers.
throw that in my face.
You got a t-shirt on. Like
You look like a fucking defendant. You look like you're trying to beat a drinking and driving charge. He doesn't have any priors, Your Honor. Look at him. He's wearing his Chelsea boots. He's a fucking, what do they call it? A productive member of society. He needs his car for work. I think that this should be a suspension, not a full-on.
Maher
Piker.
acting Ivy League.
You ever get bucked?
One reason they are prima inter pares among rock gods is that they.
I've never. When we were driving, my buddy had this fucking sick ass. He had this F-150.
I bet he was funny about it.
Oh, he was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
He was fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
About the truck? Even?
Like
that
dude,
good?
listen, I get it. You're not a knock around guy. You looked up Latin words and you didn't fucking hang out with the fellas and they used to hang you by your underwear at the lockers. So now none of them are funny because this is your one thing. But I'm funny. They could never be as funny as me.
Well, that's...
Like there's so much shit about you that's funny that you're not even trying to be funny. Your whole fucking outfit is hilarious.
My
I don't know what it
outfit,
is. Yeah.
A shirt and pants is an outfit?
You're dressed like that. You're going to sing that, what is that song? Splish Splash. I was taking a bath with your stupid little slippers that you're wearing.
Slippers? These are like boots. These are almost Beetle.
Oh, fuck. You're an outlaw.
These are almost Beetle boots.
They're Chelsea boots. I know
Never
that
got
because my
over
wife's
Beetle
into
boots
fashion.
because they were the greatest.
What were?
Beetle boots.
Those were badass.
Well, that's what it was. It was like the half boot. That's what they sang.
That's
She
a
loves you,
three-quarter
yeah, yeah,
tone.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so what
You know
are
what I like about their music and when it's like 2.5 minute song and what they could say about a relationship that's still relatable. Like I used to listen when I really started going into their back catalog, right? Not back catalog. They're later in their career. Rubber Soul and all of that shit. Revolver.
That was not later. That was mid.
All right, relax, you fucking historian. Go ahead, throw another Latin word at me. Anyway, I started like listening to the lyrics, and I would be like, I literally just went through that with whoever I was dating.
Which song are we referring to?
I don't fucking have them memorized.
I like that over the course of like, it seems like they're just very cordial and jovial in the beginning, and like around the 1 hour mark, things start changing, which I suspect is like Maher calling Burr an idiot for not taking a PJ everywhere. Burr doesn't want kids to die. Oh yeah, here. This is where it like starts cooking. Palestine campus protests. Maher Beatles lecture with Burr calling him old and pretentious. Please don't buy any more expensive things. Getting hard to convince my leftist friends to get a subscription. Wait, what? You don't have to do that. You literally don't have to do that. If they don't want to see ads at the top of the hour over the course of like an 8-hour broadcast every day that they're consuming and subscribe for that reason, like that's one thing. But you shouldn't be going out to convince your friends to subscribe. You shouldn't be doing that. If they personally, after consuming my content for a long enough time, personally make the choice to be like, you know what? This shit deserves $5 a month. It's not that big of a deal. Or if they say, honestly, I already have a Twitch Prime subscription I'll use on him, that's fine. Or maybe you're like Token Black Guide, gifting 10 tier 1 gifted subs because you're like, I don't want 10 people to see the ads at the top of the hour. That's it. That's all this is. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way. Got him. That was a layup. You gave me an alley-oop. Cringe Fetterman moment. All right, we'll do that in a little bit. Burr is likable throughout the whole thing. Busting his balls is the best.
Kidding? Have you heard what's going on college campuses these days?
And the beautiful part is he's the one who brought it up.
Watch the news.
You don't realize that college campuses erupted with the kids demonstrating for Hamas? They are in with the terrorists.
They were for the Palestinians.
Well, it's sort of the same cause. Why? Are you?
I'm on the side of the kids.
Yeah, that's easy to say. You know, no one wants to see kids dead. This is a war.
That was very brave of you to say that.
This is a war.
That's so funny. It's like no one. It's brave of me to say that I want to see some kids dead. Like that silence is so cutting. It's so perfect. God, it's hard not to glaze this man. Okay, I love him so much. Billy Bitch Tits. I know you don't know who I am, and I know you will never know who I am, but I fucking love you, man. I love you, big dog. I'm a certified yapper and a grade A glazer, okay? The amount of energy I spend glazing old Billy bitch tits, old Bilbo Baggins over here, literally is melting polar ice caps. Okay, he would destroy you. I would let him destroy me, person, to be a spokesman for your cause, especially because he's one, endlessly charismatic, and two, he does such a great job. He does such a great job of like dismantling talking points while looking like an everyman, you know? Like he looks like a fucking average Joe. He sounds like an average Joe. Sounds like a fucking stevedore. He has hundreds of, I guess, you know, tens of millions of dollars at the very least, but he still ultimately lives a relatively ascetic lifestyle. He's a bald king, and he has, in some ways, what? Bro, stop pretending you're a nobody. I'm a nobody. I can go to the Met Gala and no one say shit about it. You're an influential person with a significant following. It's not out of the question for you. No, it's fine. He just does such a good job. He does such a good job of like dismantling reactionary talking points in a way that convinces the audience that like his interlocutor is the insane one. Okay? He does such a good job of being like, dude, what are you saying? Like, he hits that line so fucking well. Stop fetishizing the bald. I will never stop fetishizing the balds. You can't stop me. It's not illegal. Bill Burr story on your subreddit. What happened? My brother Jewish felt unsafe at the recent Bill Burr show. Why was it removed? Fucking bouncing on it like you're sitting on a spring sun. There are a couple people that I absolutely fucking glaze. And back in the day, it used to be Bernie Sanders, old Bernie, old Bernardo, LeBron James still to this day, and Bill Burr. Those are like names. Giannis Varoufakis, Bernie Sanders, Bill Burr. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All my heroes are bald. What the fuck? Lenin? Stop. Stop. Oh my God. What is happening? What is happening? Okay, stop. Let's just continue.
I'm the one who's actually brave on this.
Pat yourself on the back.
It's easy to say I'm for the kids. Who's not for the kids?
Well,
it comes down to real hard-nosed decisions. Like a country.
Stop talking like you're a general.
A country got attacked. Israel got attacked.
I'm not saying that they didn't have a right to go back. I'm just let's go to Russia and the Ukraine. How do you solve that one, Bill? Let me hear your hard-nosed decision about that. Well, let me ask you a question. How is war still legal? With all this shit that's been canceled.
Legal.
Why is that still fucking legal?
Would you like a real answer to that? Because for something to be illegal, you have to have the capacity to enforce it. And you can't enforce against war, or else you have to go to war with the country that's going to war. And we don't.
It's just like this actually shows, like, this actually perfectly demonstrates Bill Maher's way of thinking. He's like, yeah, you can't, like, he made a silly remark, like, oh, how is war not illegal, huh? How about we cancel war? Like, he's not being serious when he says that. And then Bill Maher, takes him seriously and goes, oh, you want a serious answer? And then immediately starts demonstrating it's because people make money. That's it. It's always for resources. I don't think there's ever been a war throughout human history that wasn't about, like, ultimately about resources, whether it be land, whether it be gems, whether it be natural resources. It's just, that's it. And now the war economy in and of itself has become a very important resource.
We go to war with Russia over Ukraine.
The need to do such things. U.S. Civil War, literally resources. Slavery was a commodity. Human beings were seen as capital. The right went to war utilizing the pre-existing racial pecking order and the fears that many had in the South that their culture would change in an effort to defend slave owners from losing their mode of production. Yeah. Better put, industrial capitalists versus agricultural proto-capitalists. Pearl Harbor was in direct response to our blockades of the Japanese petroleum industry. Yep. In every single aspect of, like, religious war or whatever, it's actually still about expansion, colonial ambitions, and securing resources. Except they masquerade as like religious wars in an effort to add a secondary reason, a galvanizing principle. Religion plays that role.
And talk it out. Why can't Putin do a podcast with the head guy? Like, you just solved the Middle East on a podcast. Why can't they solve what they're doing on a podcast?
See, this is why this is not your thing.
Make some hard-nosed decisions. It's not your thing. It's what you...
That is my thing.
It isn't your thing.
This is not your thing.
You're like that guy that has a fantasy football team and thinks you showed up with those boots
it would be so
and no
easy.
tie. They'd be like, oh, my God.
It'd be so easy to be...
Did Kevin Bacon just come back to that Footloose town?
Kevin Bacon.
You could teach him how to dance, Bill.
Yeah, I absolutely could.
You fucking get off your little private jet. I have a TV show.
And you travel Southwest, is that right, Bill?
I love Southwest.
Really?
I love the order.
Is that how you travel?
I love Southwest.
Do you travel commercial?
Most of the time, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I won't lie, this is a bit of an indefensible take. I think Southwest is really like... Southwest is like supposed to be democratically organized. Like, it is so bad though. Southwest is like what right-wingers think communism is. People are able to purchase like a line, like a better position on the line, so they can have their pick of the litter. Except, with the exception of the first row, and every single, with the exception of the first row and I guess like the emergency exits, every single, including the fucking seats on the first row and the emergency exits, every single seat is dog shit. It literally is the right-wingers' understanding of communism or socialism. The true goal, obviously, and by the way, and that is because Southwest is a capitalist institution, the true goal should be to make it so that air travel across the board offers the same leg room that is like literally the same leg room that's like valid for every single fucking person on the flight. Sit your ass down and listen. No, it's